You know, you can have a rough guide. This is my original drawings. This is the level 2 worksheet you will get to see later. Of course, there will be more complex shapes. Okay, including this one. This is a very common PSLE question. This one here, the tiny one here. You'll get this set later. This is level 2. So right now you have the one you have is level 1. Okay, alright. So I will demonstrate here. Here you have the very new brand from the box. You take out, you look like this. When you go to secondary school, or in fact, I think some of you may have your parents buying you the whole mat set. This is something that you will really use in secondary school. So you just take it out from the box, take out the cardboard like this, chuck this inside so that it won't fly away. Okay, then you'll notice that there's this is called a metal compass, not the same compass as your north, south, east, west. Okay, be very careful because there's a very sharp needle point at the bottom. Okay, now then there's a pencil already inside. It's a short pencil, but if it goes blunt, you can use your own pencil. If you feel that it's too short, you can use your own pencil also. Then there's this screw here that you can screw to tighten so the pencil doesn't move around. Okay, so this is what happened. You must have a ruler to help you. Anybody need to borrow ruler again? Oh, the Jared's long ruler is perfect. Okay. Okay, so you have the ruler here. Pencil, eraser, highlighters. So there's this needle sharp point. Where do you think I will place this? Yeah, correct. In the dot here. Okay? Because it's a needle dot, so you can really poke through. Now, I will label this spot in the middle as 0 or O. It's usually called O lah, actually it's called O. O means circle. So this spot is, what do you think this spot means to the circle? What do you think this spot here means to the circle? Huh? You say something? You mumbled something? The dot actually means the center of the circle, the middle of the circle. So I will put my, you see, it's not really matching yet. I can pull this compass to stretch out and touch the point here. This particular circle, you can see the distance between my pencil and the sharp needle point is about 2 centimeters. Are you able to see that? Now, once I put the needle point here, I can just spin the pencil around. Ooh. And then you get a perfect circle. Oops, sorry, my finger glided. Okay, now then you are done with the circle. Then I can measure. Now you notice that when I put the needle here, right in the center, and I turn my pencil, the pencil stays at the same distance around to draw the circle. And this distance between the needle and the pencil that makes the circle actually is anything between the middle point and the outside of the circle. So I can actually draw a line here on any part. You'll realize that it's always going to be the same length. This measurement is called the radius. The radius, just now we talked about it, is 2 centimeter. Okay? Then you say diameter. What does it mean by diameter? Diameter is when for example, I look at a circular object. So for example, I look at this masking tape, or I look at the bottle cap. Bottle cap. Or I look at the scotch tape I have here. All these are circular objects. A diameter means I just take my ruler and I put it right across it and find the greatest. You realize that when you move your ruler along the circle, it forms a greatest number right across the center point. That's called the diameter. Okay? Practice reading saying to your friend, radius and diameter. Radius and diameter. For example, the bottle cap, you see I can put my ruler, across the bottle cap is about 3 centimeter diameter. Okay, so what do you think for this circle, what will be the diameter? So I put my ruler across and I measure, what is it? Yes? Yes? Session? It's about, exactly 4.1 Skylar is saying, but it's about 4 centimeters. That is the diameter. You realize I can draw a straight line and cut across the dot. Okay? Then this straight line that cuts across the dot is like cutting the circle into half. So this line that cuts the circle into half is called the diameter, and like what Skylar says and Taishan says is about 4 centimeters. What do you realize about the radius and diameter? Times 2. Okay, you try and check with the rest of it. Okay, then the last one is called the circumference. Circumference means is the outline around the circle. So it's in green here, circumference. Then I have the radius in orange here, and I use pink for my diameter. Then this is where your colorful highlighter will be very useful, isn't it? I have my circle here. Remember I gave you a string previously? So this is where you need to you could use a lot of help if you have a partner. Right? If your partner is around, he can help you to do things together. Take turns to do different things. So maybe one person draw the circle first, one person use the compass, one person use the string, one person use the ruler. Okay? Alright, so for example here, this is what I'm going to do. There's my start of my line. Okay. Right, so let's say I use this cotton twine here. So the circumference means I go around the circle. So I can ask my friend to help me press lah. Okay? Or if you find very difficult, I have my blue tag here. Or if you still have the blue tag that I previously give you, you can use it also. So I'll take my blue tag here, and then I can line up around the circle first. Okay, a bit. Okay, like that can? Then after that I take my string and then I put on top of the blue tag. Then you won't run away already. be accurate. If it's not that accurate, okay, never mind, but try your best. So roughly like that, I make a marking. This is the green color I use, I mark here. Right? Here. After I mark this, I take the string, I pull it out, and then I put it on top of the ruler. Let's see. It's about 13 and 13.5. About 13.5. So I write here 13.5 centimeter. Is the outline. Is this okay? Then you feel good about it. You say, okay, I want to challenge draw the circle on my own without the guiding lines. Mine has guiding lines. Then you try to draw by yourself after you make the mark. Okay? Then you try to draw here, make a copy. See whether you can make the same one up. Okay? Like this. Can you understand? So I've done the first one. Okay, send someone up to come and take the equipment. You check with your, where's your partner? I will not have enough to go around. Okay, you can take that one. Who are you working with? Okay. Okay, is that all? You don't have? Does every group has one? I ran out already. Somebody need to work in threes. Huh? You can work in 3, I think is a good number. 4 maybe too many already. You wait for each other, wait very long. Okay? Is it okay? Now you try, be very careful with the pointy parts. Okay, I still got one more. Which group doesn't have? Now give it a try, draw the first one first. Okay? Anybody lost your string already? There's a last activity at the bottom here. It's quite fun. It's called rolling the bottle cap. So the last part is got to do with some experiment. Let's see whether we can reach the last one. Okay? Anybody lost your string already? And you need a string? Nobody? Come. Be careful when you are doing it. Anybody lost your string already? You need your string. Okay. Remember, you need to draw. What is very important is to write down the measurements, okay? I'm coming around to check. Anybody else need the string? Everybody still has it, is it? I asked 3-4 times already. Okay, now, to try, you have press down hard on the spot, on the dot with a sharp point. Okay, then you try spin around. Put on the table. Okay. Put the needle on the dot, press it down hard, then put the tip and spin, like a ballet dancer spin. Managed to do it already? Excuse me, are you following the dots Clean this up. These two are not correct. We are not following the questions on the paper at all. Looking at the guiding lines here is a bit faint. So look, for this particular one here, actually is a big circle. I press it down, I can drag here, touch the markings. You see, definitely you need some practice. Once you get the hang of it, it becomes really easy. Okay? I put the weight on my hand onto the needle spot, and then I turn and glide the pencil around the markings. You realize that this is how the circle should look like. Okay, then I do the measurements again. I can make a copy immediately, okay, if you like. From here, okay, and then I go to the spot here, and I try to make a copy. Okay, Angel. Now, what's even more important, you give it a try, okay? If you can't draw the exact one, try to follow the guiding lines, markings. I make guiding markings here. Okay, now same I will do as before. For the bigger circle in the middle, actually has some measurements as well. You will notice that what's the radius of the middle one? Can you look up on the screen please and tell me? Can you look at the screen now and tell me what's the radius for this circle? 4 centimeters. Can you look at the screen now please? And look what am I trying to indicate? From the middle center of the circle to the edge at the side, you realize it's always, that's why you think about spinning the compass. It's like a ballerina making sure the legs are always the same distance apart. The compass legs are always the same distance apart. So the orange line is called the radius. That's 4 centimeters. Now, then I say, if I cut the circle into half, that means I draw a straight line across the circle, cutting through the middle point, like this, the pink line here. It can be any line across the circle. You realize it will also give you the same measurement. This pink line, you will realize, is 2 of the radius, is actually 8 centimeters. Now, then the difficult part of the circumference. I will use the glue tack to help me again. I think the glue tack is a really useful tool in this area because it can turn and bend. And I try to outline the circle. Okay, so there I got the circle outline. I take my string, go around it. Okay, that's where it stops. I use my highlighter, make a marking here. After that, I take the string out. Then I try to match it with your ruler. Oh no, my ruler too short. Darren's ruler will be perfect. But never mind, I can use my ruler and add up measurements. So up to this point, it's about 18 here. 18 plus 9. 18 plus 9 is 18 plus 9, 27. Okay, thank you. Thank you for helping me with my calculations. 27 is about 27 centimeter. Okay, anybody needs to blue tag or not? Come here, come here. Anybody needs to blue tag? Okay, I'm reaching the last one already. I mean, just for yourself? Just for yourself? Okay. I'm reaching the last one already, and then I want to do the last activity before we end. Now, tell me, do you think this is manageable, or you think drawing squares will be easier? Squares, so fast, that's a very quick answer. Why do you think drawing squares will be easier? Because it's just it's just straight lines. So it's a lot easier to manage. Okay, moving on to the last one, and we're going to do the AutoCAD activity. Are you successful at making the drawings? Okay, now I want to take my... I'm going to take some photos also. Okay. How? What? Try to use the one with the guideline first. Have you tried the one? Okay, this is okay. The guideline. So like this. Put the needle here. Firstly, press it down. Drag it up here. Press it down. Gently glide. Turn. Okay? Try. Put a weight on the needle. Okay? Put a weight on the needle. The line. The guiding line. Line. Don't touch that one. You see, if it fits, then it will Come closer. The legs must keep open. Ah, so much better, isn't it? You try again. Then try. How is it? You can write the decimal point if you want. In fact, you are more accurate when you have the decimal. You have to tighten. Here. How is it? You do this? That's nice. How the measurement? 1.5 and then, huh? Where's the string? Where's the blue tag? Which one of these have one piece, you know? I use my money and buy many. How is it going? Okay, we have about 8 minutes to do the last activity on rolling the bottle cap. What happened? Oh wait, how is it going? What? It's okay. This is something that you really need to take attention to. But up to this point, do you think it's good? Yeah, I think it's good also. Okay? Okay? Here you go. Some medalist now. And while we are waiting, maybe you can use the... Where's the protect? And I said you can come here to for more. I bought new one. Yeah. I bought 4 of it. You can have more. Yeah. Okay. Huh? Have you got the measurements for the last one? Mine is not going, not up yet. Dana, where are you? Why are you not doing it? What?
Can I take this all of it?
You can take the whole block. I brought more. I bought more for everybody. Okay, we are at the last one. Actually, the last one is a bit of a fun activity. Have you got the measurements for this one here? It's a smaller circle, isn't it? Can I borrow? Oh, you're done. Okay, very good. Okay, the smaller circle is slightly easier to manage. So, have you gotten the hang of it already? So, once you put it, spread apart, give it a good spin around it, you get the circle up. Put this up, the point here, and then you try to spin it around. Okay? Ooh. Yeah, I think your group mates also need. Okay, now So, is this alright? I've got one last part I'm like really excited of letting you all try out. The one that's got to do with the porter cap rule. Have you got the measurements for the last small circle? It's about 1.5 centimeter, which makes the radius twice of it. 3 centimeter, that's correct. Okay, and then the circumference. Was it difficult? Manageable? Is it easier to use the compass to draw circles than freehand drawing? Should be, right? Okay. Now, this really is a test of patience. Sometimes really I kind of enjoy activities like this because the patience that is needed actually can calm you down. Okay, somewhere about here, which is about 9 point, how much? Maybe about 9.5 centimeter. Okay, now we have got to stop here already because time is running out. But let me show you the page in our textbook that's for the last activity. May I have your attention, please? I want to show you about the last activity. Now, this one is something that you can possibly go home and try out. Actually, I brought all the things here. I even collected some bottle caps and brought little things you can do. But say, excuse me, there's the last part here. I show you where is it in the book. It says here page 135. Yes, correct. So page 135 in your book. Okay, it's the part where you have to use the disc here, the CD. The CD is such a in your considering your age now, quite outdated, right? But you can use a coin instead if you don't have things like that. What I actually prepared is the bottle cap. Wanted you to try it out. So here you can just follow the instructions here. Okay, the instructions are quite clear. You can just follow the instructions. So for example, I have the bottle cap here. I can trace the bottle cap here. You can use a coin also if you want to use a coin. For me, I brought scotch tape and various things for you to try out. Okay, then after that, I can use this to measure. I can use my ruler to measure it. For my bottle cap it's about the same size as this circle. So interesting. What a coincidence. Also, the radius is actually also about 1.5 and the diameter is about 3. Now, so this part about distance covered by a complete turn of a cap. Okay? So, imagine I make a marking on the cap first. Like, I made a marking, I use my pencil or permanent marker. I made a marking here. Let me use the marker instead. You can see better. Then you follow and try the activity. So I do it here so you can see. Here like this. Okay? Then I can just roll it on the ruler. Here. So I start the marking here. Are you looking? I made a marking on the cap, or you can use a point at home. Okay? Then I can put it on top here, on the ruler at 0, and then I let it roll until it touch the marking again. So you will see what I put it here to see. I have the ruler here. I take my bottle cap here, start at 0. Can you see the marking? Not very clear. Okay, so I can roll the bottle cap on the ground until it meets the marking again. I can roll it on the ground to measure. Okay, so this is the activity I actually wanted you all to try out also. You can follow the book. So the last part here, you can try to do it at home first. Okay, we may not have enough time to do it because tomorrow I wanted us to challenge the even harder drawings here. These are the level 2 drawings. Okay, like for example, I give you a quick show of how to do this one. So it involves like maybe I draw here. But look at this now. What do you think this shape is? This one. This one is a semicircle. This one? Quarter circle. Now, these two, it looks a bit like an oval, right? But the curve, can you see the curve here? A curve is called an arc. Now, this curve arc here, where do you think it comes from? A semicircle, a circle, or a quarter circle? Okay, look carefully, this is a semicircle. We'll discuss this further tomorrow. Okay? Now, can I have my equipment back, especially the compass? Put it back into the box, please.